What's good, Josh? Your girl, Dole City. I'm back with another video. And if y'all want to get high, come roll with me, man. Now, I just finished the Summit 3, man. Moon versus Eugene went down, man. And I'm going to be real, man. Moon obviously didn't take the win. You know what I mean? 15-30 was the final score. You feel me? But Moon played a great defensive game. He just wasn't capitalizing on offense. I feel like a lot of the times Moon shot himself out of the game, right? And we're here to look at this Eugene German after the game interview. And then I'm going to look at some highlights. Let's get to it.
15 victory right now.
Man, I'm tired of shit, but one thing I would say, respect to the space, respect to Frigga, respect to Scotty. I would say I'm happy I did this. I did a lot of preparation, and I would say that this helped me a lot for the real 5-on-5 and overseas, you know, preparing and, you know, playing in pressure situations, you know, so I feel like, you know, it's definitely something that helped me, and I got better, but shit, that was definitely tough. Respect to Moon as well.
When you got out there, was there a moment during that game when you just were like, all right, it feels different? Like, as a lot of pros are stepping into the space, a lot of them say things like, okay, this is when I realized it was different. At what point in that game did you realize it just was a different dynamic?
You know what's crazy is I put in a lot of preparation, a lot of training. Like, after every workout, you know, I was doing 17s, I was running sprints, you know, working out 2-a-days, and man, like, you know, I feel like, you know, like getting hit a couple times and, you know, constantly, like, you know, taking hits, and, you know, I would say like around like 9, 11, I was like, whoo, shit. I was tired of shit, but,
Got some highlights,
you know, respect.
That's exactly how we felt when we were watching it, bro. Like, people in the chat, like, yo, like, this, John, like, we know Eugene probably not finna come back. Like, how, as far as, like, not in the game, but just come back to the scene, because I know he was tired. Like, and this was, like, they were stuck on 6 and, like, what was it, like 6-8 or 6-7 for quite a while. Like, it was a lot, you feel me?
Yeah, I know. I want to take it back to a moment you mentioned that in the face-offs that, you know, you're not doing this for the pros, you're not doing this for anybody but yourself and your family. Does that kind of still stand where it's at right now? Obviously, I know you're probably going to speak whether the pressure's on or not, but where are you at with, you know, the win right now?
To be honest, I won 30-15. If guys didn't watch the game, they'd be like, damn, 30-15, but that was a tough win. But again, yeah, definitely for my family, you know, my son watching, my fiance watching, my mom watching, you know, my city pulled up, they drove 5 hours, you know, man, definitely, you know, I mean, I went out there, you know, just play for my city, play for my family for sure. You know, I can't say that I play for the pros, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you feel what I'm saying? I mean, most guys, they come into, you know, the scene, you know, I don't know like that, so, you know, yeah, I will always play for my family.
I know you also mentioned you don't know too many people in the space, but are there people that you would like to play? Is there somebody that you feel like when you do come back from wherever you're going to next, that you feel like would be a good matchup, or that you might be headhunting in a way?
Man, I got to do some real conditioning training, and then, you know, we can talk about that later. After I, you know, do some real conditioning training, we can talk about that later.
You felt like that was the biggest key on this game, just being, if you were more conditioned in that exact moment, this would have been way different?
I think it's tough because, I mean, I feel like that was in great shape. You know, but again, like, you know, Moon was, you know, was riding me, you know, Paul, you know, he was riding me the whole game, you know, when I was driving the basket. So, you know, it don't matter if you the, you know, the most in shape or, you know, the best conditioning player, it don't matter. You know, if you playing like that, you're going to get tired. So, you know, for sure, that's definitely important, but playing like that, you're for sure going to get tired. It don't matter how well conditioned.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, they played a lot of possessions, like, and he being real about it. That's why we fuck with Eugene, bro.
Where 1v1 is really built, and this is one of the biggest stages in the world for it. You've obviously probably heard a lot and seen a lot, all the social media talk, this, that, and the other, but you've been, you know, you have your respect in the professional space. Playing in the CBA is no joke as well. Where are you at in your respect level and your understanding with the next chapter in one-on-one as a sport?
Bro, tons of respect, bro. Again, when I'm in China, it's like a 15-hour difference, man. So, after my practice, I just sit back and, that's all I do. Like I remember Scotty said something in the comments about you tune into the scene. Oh, for sure, man. I just sit back, I watch it, and, definitely, man. Like, again, I fuck with the scene, bro, heavy. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are pros in this space. You know what I mean? So you got to respect it. These guys, I'm not going to say perfect how to play in this space, but I would say a lot of these guys, they have the advantage because they played a lot of games and they played, and been playing a lot of games for years.
I have another honest question. Do you think I put this up on my Instagram before the game as well because I wanted to see the community's feedback on it. But
You see how humble bro is?
obviously you're probably going to have yourself. But from an unbiased perspective, do you think coming into this game, Moon was the favorite or you were the favorite based off of just all the history for both of you guys?
I'm not sure. That's
Favorite's tough.
Yeah.
But maybe more like
Yeah.
the underdog.
Yeah, I don't want to. I would say I was the favorite. Just off like just resume alone and stuff like that. But again, everybody have their own opinion. So it's tough to really say like who was the favorite. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I wanted to ask, like, because we were just chatting before this got on here, like, what really compels you to participate in something like this when you are playing such high, like, the shit you got going on right now is very much bigger than what this currently is for a pro like yourself. But why step in and be involved in this?
Man, I just love basketball, man. You know what I mean? If I'll be at home. All I do is work out. Kick it with my fiance, kick it with my mom, and kick it with my son. And to be honest, I'm like, man, I just love basketball. I like the hoop. So I mean, why not? And again, like I told you, it helped me. I feel like this is gonna help me in pressure situations. My back against the wall. I feel like that I had to win. Because I feel like that at the end of the day, Moon loses. I'm supposed to do that. I lose. Social media goes crazy. So it's like, kind of off topic, but I just like basketball, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I think we all, like, even me as a big Moon advocate, like, I feel like a lot of us felt like Eugene might have been too much. But for me, I'm not going to count Moon fully out. I still felt like he could have been able to come up with a game plan to beat Eugene. But I seen from the beginning of the first quarter, we seen what happened, bro. We seen like those two. Look at this, man. We seen what happened. Like, bro couldn't buy a fucking house if he wanted to. He started building that shit, and that shot right there that he rattled in, I think that was the first three. That three that he just rattled in, that was the first shot that he made, which was like, he went up like 6-3 on, he made the first basket in this game, and he went up 6-3. And I think that right there was like his last lead, you know? And I feel like he did his thing, but I just feel like he wasn't fully ready for, but at the same time, I'm not going to count him out, so what happened, I felt like it could have happened. If Moon would have won, I felt like that could have happened too. That's why I didn't want to even bet on this game or have too much emotions in it, because I know basketball. Styles make matches. Sometimes a person could, like, Moon and School play similar styles, but the difference is I think Moon plays better defense and School got a better shot than Moon. So that's just how I look at it.
Won that one. Was it Mo?
That was Mo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mo.
30,
Yeah. That was pretty good.
And then Mo
Decent.
called out Fombi.
I seen that.
But Fombi's whole thing was like, you got to play somebody else to then get to me the next one. And he said it again here, that he still got to play somebody else. So, like, what's your thought on that, like, as a hooper? Has Fombi got a valid stance on that, or you feel like they should just Like, what do you see?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that. I mean, 'cause I don't really know Mo, so I mean, he can't just. I feel like call out one of the respected guys in the space that been in the space that did a lot. So I feel like he definitely. I feel like Fami got a valid point.
Kel versus L. Talk about that one.
I like this game. This game was so good. Kel made some big shots. He was missing all game, but them 3 threes in a row was very, very tough. Respect.
Kel had
It was clutch. I think it was 25 to 11 at one
That
point.
was
No?
tough. That was
Kel's
tough.
known to kind of start slow, and there's some games you can kind of just feel when Kel's starting to kind of like climb his way back into it. And I know L had a quick 9-0 start, but it never felt like Kel was out of the game. It felt like one of those.
Yeah.
With Keon, like when he lost bad in that pay-per-view, it kind of felt like he was out of that game. But this one was different for sure. And I love seeing Kel fight back and win that.
Yeah. Going into the next game right now, we got some lights going. People are starting to break down a little bit. Production guys, Grayson, Josh, Murph, hook us up a little bit. But going into Boog and G5, it was a slugfest.
Yeah, that game
as
was
expected. Not a fun watch.
Yeah. I don't know if they was gonna finish, but I'm happy them guys put the toxic stuff to the side and went out there and played basketball. So
I wanted to show you the stats for that game real quick. Shout out to Ascension.
Please don't.
Ascension Theory. So, all right, so we'll just start from the beginning, right? So we had Sierra versus Jasmine. Jasmine shot 17% and then 13% from 3. Not a great shooting performance, but then, Sierra 3 for 16 from 3, 11 for 30 from the field. We go over here to Mo and J-Horn. Mo was 8 for 18 from 3, 11-31 from the field. J-Horn 3 for 19 from 3, 10 for 37 from the field. Kel 10 for 30 from the field, 8 for 22 from 3. And then L 10 for 30 and 5 for 19. This game 8 for 37 from Boog from 3.
yeah, that's tough.
He gets them up.
Yeah,
He definitely
was
shoots a
shooting
lot of them.
He
And
was
then
shooting a lot.
G5 shot 7 of 38 from the field.
8 for 30. Bro, we just kept on saying, this nigga just keeps shooting. Oh, my God. Like, it was just kind of like, gang. Like, at one point, I just wanted G5 to come back and beat him. That's how annoyed I was. Like, nigga, stop shooting so much.
Yeah.
So
G5 got to get some more shots up.
That was a tough one.
G5 to get in the gym.
Wait,
Many animals.
what do you think? Let's take a guess here. What do you think Cam and C4 shot on this next one? Field goal.
It was
wise.
efficient.
That game
for
was
sure.
quick.
Efficient.
Okay, so where do you think they were?
I think Cam missed like 5
It was for sure a efficient game. So it was so quick, but I don't know.
All right, 11 for 23 from Cam, so 48, and then 9 for 21. What did you see? Because a lot of people actually they were really saying like they look at C4 as like a potential top 5, and they've kind of held Cam outside of that box for a little while. And I'd say he was the underdog going into that game. No one was saying Cam was going to blow C4 out, but people were like, man, Cam can't fuck with C4. It's about to get ugly. Cam came and won 31-20. So what did you see?
To be honest, I had C4 too. To be honest, I was also like stretching and stuff, so I didn't really get to see that whole game. But so I can't really speak on that as much.
Cam made a lot of threes.
Did he?
Cam made a lot of threes,
Did he?
and he knew that his
And
game.
I said that like in the beginning, like in one of my streams, I was like, Cam went like his rule to victory is hitting that 3 ball. I said that the day before the summit last night. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Game plan to win because C4 was attacking him the whole time, as he should. Attacking him. C4 is getting most of his buckets at the rim and in the midi. Cam probably had less buckets than him, but at the end had more points. I think his first 16 points, 5 of them were threes, or 15 of them were threes. 15 points, yeah, because one of them was at the free throw line. But straight up, first half all threes. C4 was working a lot harder for his buckets, and I just feel like Cam wore him down to the speed too. He got to the cup quite a few times as well. It opened up a lot of his 3-ball game, and just the efficiency. He just shot the ball so well.
I want to get a note from you here. What do you think the 3 most important things are in a one-on-one to be like the best? Talking about just having the jab 3, is it having the counters, is it just shot selection? What do you got?
You gotta be able to play. You gotta be able to play when you're tired. You gotta be able to still defend, and you gotta be able to score when you're tired. That's number 1. Because if you get tired and you just start giving up threes and you can't score, then you're done. Two, kind of just what I said a little bit. You got to be able to guard, whether you're tired, whether you're not. You got to be able to guard. Period. And obviously, conditioning. So that's my third.
So it sounds like pretty much everything is the shape
Yeah,
you're in.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Amazing. Well, Eugene, we're super grateful to have you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you
y'all.
did your thing. We'd love to have you again.
Yep.
long
Where
we
you
got?
heading to next?
Got like 10 months?
Yeah.
In this course, you'll get AI skills employers are looking for. Let's get started. Enroll today.
Deliciously creamy. Protein indulgence.
Guys are pros in this space. You know what I mean?
The win right now.
To be honest, I won 30-15. If guys didn't watch the game, they'd be like, damn, 30-15. But that was a tough win. You just start giving up threes. Yeah. Got 10 months, 10 months.
All
I'm
right.
definitely going to pull back up, though, for sure.
Yeah,
for
we'll-
sure.
we'll-
10
we'll-
months?
I'm fuck with the
Perfect.
event.
Nah, I appreciate you. Thank you,
Fuck with the
man.
event. Appreciate you.
All right. I think we're about to get Sierra up in here. I'm gonna slide over and let Sierra sit in the middle here.
Sierra, this beat.
That boy said, I'm going to pull back up in 10 months. God damn. This nigga is going to be popping in and popping out, bro. Anyways, man, like, comment, subscribe. You already know, man. It's your girl, Dosey. Let's go.